We'd like to get started if we can. Hello? Thanks very much. We're going to open the meeting and then get right to recognition, so just work with us as we do the legal stuff beforehand. Notice is hereby given of the regular meeting of the Board of Education of the Town of Westfield in the County of Union, New Jersey at 6 p.m. on the evening of Tuesday, June 17th, 2025 in Cafeteria B of Westfield High School, 550 Dorian Road, Westfield, New Jersey. The purpose of the meeting is to transact the regular business of the Board and to transact any other business to come properly before the Board. This is to advise the general public and to instruct that it be recorded in the minutes that in compliance with Chapter 231 of the Public Laws of 1975, entitled the Open Public Meetings Act, the Westfield School Board on Thursday, June 12th, 2025, caused to be posted at the Office of the Board of Education, located at 302 Elm Street, Westfield, New Jersey, and delivered to the Westfield Leader, the Star Ledger, the Westfield Library, Town Clerk of Westfield, Tap into Westfield, and Patch.com, a meeting notice setting forth the time, date, and location of this meeting. Carmelina, can we have a roll call, please?
Sure. Rob Bonaccio?
Here.
Kent Diamond?
Here.
Brendan Galligan?
Here.
Charles Gelinas?
Here.
Layla Morelli? Here. Sonal Patel? Kristen Sonic-Schmelz? Here. Julie Steinberg? Here. Mary Wickens?
Here.
I'd like us to rise for a flag salute. Kent, would you mind? All right. So we are very lucky today to have a full house at our last public meeting of the school year. I've said it before, I'll repeat it now. Celebrating the outstanding achievements of our students and staff is a highlight for us. And on behalf of the entire Board of Education, I welcome you here tonight, students of all ages and future students that I see here as well. Before I get into the recognitions, these evenings, when we are honoring our artists, our actors, our musicians, our athletes, when we're honoring our teachers, and even the day-to-day successes that we see in our district, these meetings are all planned, they are all coordinated, they are all publicized by a wonderful person who does not know that I'm about to talk about her right now, but I'm going to. Anyway, and you can see the look over there. We as a board and as a district have been very, very lucky to have Marianne McGann running our communications in a department of one for as many years as she has. And anytime any one of these evenings goes well, anytime a great piece of information comes out about our district, anytime our district has to deal with maybe some of the more challenging issues that we have or sad issues that we have, it is Marianne who makes sure that the public is aware and who paints our district in the best light, and most importantly, is responsible for communicating, the positives and then the difficult feelings of our students in our district. And that's what she brings to everything. She's obviously an excellent writer, obviously an excellent communicator, but what makes Marianne special is that she takes each one of these to heart, that she treats every one of the students in our district, parents in our district, staff, coaches, you name it in our district, as if they were her closest confidants and closest acquaintances. So this is Marianne's last board meeting with us. We wish her a very happy retirement, and I wanted to make sure that I got that out with as many people here who have been benefiting from her great work as possible. So thank you, Marianne, much appreciated. All right, she's going to kill me for that later, but that's okay. So now we begin with our talented recipients of the Montclair State University Foxy Awards, which acknowledge remarkable achievements in various aspects of high school theater. This year, 5 members of the Westfield High School Theater Department received the Foxy Award. 2 of the award recipients, Teresa Dudzinski and Gina Clem, are parents, honored for outstanding achievement in contemporary costume design for a musical for the 2024 spring production of Heathers the Musical Teen Edition. Also recognized for his performance in Heathers is Skylar Lipkin from the class of 2024, who received the award for outstanding performance by an actor in an off-Broadway, UK, and regional theater musical. While these 3 accomplished individuals are not able to join us tonight, We are pleased to welcome Westfield High School Theater Director Daniel Devlin, who earned a Foxy Award himself for outstanding production of an off-Broadway, UK, and regional theater musical for Heathers, and Sophia Selekia, recognized for outstanding achievement by a student lighting technician for a play for the 2024 fall production of The Mad Woman of Shalott. Sophia, please come forward to accept a certificate of recognition from Dr. Gonzalez and proceed onto the stage for a photograph. Mr. Devlin, we invite you to share a few words about your exceptional students and staff.
Thank you to the board for recognizing the theater students as well as the musicians and athletes here tonight. Thank you, Dr. G, for continuing to support the fine arts, particularly theater at Westfield High School. Congratulations to Sophia. It could not be a more deserving award. It is, I like to point out that at Montclair State, they do break the categories into various off-Broadway or contemporary, whatever. However, the award that Sophia won was simply the best student lighting designer in the state of New Jersey last year. There were over 130 high schools registered who participated, so that's quite an outstanding achievement. And our theater department works because of students like Sophia and others who are here receiving awards for different things, such as tennis and other sports or activities. So I'm really grateful that you have taken the time to recognize the work that we do, as well as congratulations to all of you on your various accomplishments this year. Thank you.
Next up, great news from the courts. Our boys tennis team has done it again, earning a second consecutive North 2 Group 4 sectional title after a strong performance earlier this month. I'll leave it to Coach Varley to say a few words about the season, but first I'll call the athletes up in alphabetical order to receive a certificate from Dr. Gonzalez and move on to the stage to await a photograph. First is Ben Dwan. Garrett Gow. Leo Goldman. Evan Kahn. Ishan Kara. Justin Lee. Ethan Lung. Arden Rappaport. Chris Winters. Coach Danny Pereira. And head coach Matt Varley. Coach, turn the microphone to you.
Thank you. Coach Pereira and I would like to thank the board, Dr. Gonzalez, Mr. DeSarno, and the administration for all the incredible support this year. And also, we couldn't do any of this without the parents. And I would like to personally thank Coach Pereira for a great job this year, and boys, all your hard work and commitment. Again, I can't do anything without you guys. So congratulations on a great season. Hopefully we're back again next year. Thank you.
All right, next. We are extremely proud to recognize a number of outstanding individual and team accomplishments in girls track and field this season. These student athletes have distinguished themselves at the sectional and state levels with remarkable performances in both field and relay events. I'll now call each athlete up to receive a certificate and to be joined on stage by their coaches for a group photo. First is Priscilla Dayon, Group 4 state champion in javelin. Next, Emma Sullivan, North 2, Group 4 sectional champion in javelin. Ashley Cunningham, North 2, Group 4 sectional champion in shot. The 4x800 relay, North 2, Group 4 sectional champions, Vanessa Larkin, Claire Seawald, Reagan Stevens, and Olivia Thornton. And the 4x400 relay, also North 2 Group 4 sectional champions, Scarlett Goldman, Maya Nair, Alexis Ray, and Lydia Wright. And now I'll invite the coaches up. We'll start with Coach Eric Anderson. Coach Matt Anzel. Coach Marana Bannock. Guys, get up in the room. Coach Sam Heyman. Coach Ricardo Johnson. Got a lot of them. Coach Don McDonald. Coach Kylie Mueller. Coach John Preston. And head coach Joseph Berardi, who I'll turn the microphone over to.
Members of the Board of Education, Dr. Gonzalez, Athletic Director Jim DeSarno, members of the community. Tonight, I stand before you to recognize his extraordinary dedication and commitment of our girls' track and field team. These young ladies have invested so much of their time to help build a program competing year in, year out at the highest level. You guys are the result of all the hard work that are willing to be put in, the hard work, the grit, the relentless determination. This senior class especially, you guys have amassed more sectional titles than any other class before it. It's kind of a true golden age of this program's history. I hope the life lessons you guys have learned as part of this program will strengthen you and your resolve and lead to bigger and better things in the future. From the bottom of my heart, just want to thank you for all you've given us coaches over the years. These young women have proven that with hard work, dedication, and the belief in themselves, they can achieve remarkable things both on and off the track. I just want to thank you guys again for our ongoing support of all and commitment to all of our student athletes. Have a great night.
All right, next. This spring, the boys track and field team made a statement capturing the North 2 Group 4 sectional title with strong performances across the board. This is the team's third consecutive sectional championship and the seventh in program history. We're excited to hear more from Coach Stefelski after we call each athlete up in alphabetical order. First, Jason Alves. Leroy Armstrong. Griffin Bach. Sam Braun. Gianluca Ciucci. Ryan Daly. Alex Stavloros. Robbie Epstein. Douglas G. Andrew Jokas. Brenton Hatch. Jack Hill. Brandon Janis. Matthew Lagoso. Nico Lucas. Dwayne Magno. Shaquan McKenneth. Lincoln Myers. Liam Morris. Melisizwe and Lovu. Tyler Petrowitz. Brian Polito. Charlie Prieto. Luke Romano. Noah Rubenstein. Lincoln Steger. Jake Stinton. Caleb Steckman. Brody Torriello. Charlie Vanacek. Cole Varner. And Jack Wallen. We also have an extensive coaching staff that I'll invite to come back up. Coaches Anderson, Anzel, Bannock, Heyman, Johnson, McDonald, Mueller, Johnson, Preston, and head coach Chris Stefelski. And coach, you know the drill. The podium's yours.
Thank you so much for taking the time to recognize the team. Thank you so much for all the support that you give. We're really fortunate here in Westfield to get the support from our central administration, school board, building level administration, athletic trainers, the community support that we get from the Westfield Boosters, the Friends of Westfield Track, the support that all of these guys get at home from their families, and the contributions that these guys make to not only their own development, but the investment that they make in their teammates. It really takes, in order to be a part of something lasting like this, really takes contributions from all of those angles all the time on a really consistent basis. So we're immensely proud of this group. We've got some veteran guys in here who have competed in 5, 6, 7, 10 sectional meets. We've got guys in here who have competed in their first sectional meet ever and performed admirably and sprinkled on some points that helped make this sectional championship possible. And we've got a lot of guys here who are moving on, a lot of seniors that we're going to say goodbye to in a week, and they've left this team in very capable hands from their example, the things they've learned from the guys who came before them, and the things that they've imparted on their younger teammates, so that we can keep this thing rolling. So thank you so much.
Next, it is time to shine a spotlight on our boys golf team, who added another trophy to the case by winning the Group 4 state championship. This is the program's 6th group title in school history. The team also marked their 5th sectional crown in just 7 years, which is a testament to their consistency, skill, and dedication. We're thrilled to have the players here tonight and to hear more from Coach Daly. First, however, please come forward when I call your name to accept your certificate. First, Ben Barshtak. Nick Benson. Henry Blake. John Brolard. Luke Cueto. Aiden Donnelly. Ethan Epstein. Matthew Grillen. Matthew McKenna. Thomas O'Brien. Jack Patterson. Chase Sims. Alex Singer. Chris Smoke. Dingwen Yang. Alex Yoon. And Toby Zippler. Head coach Ryan Daly, please come up, make a few remarks about your state champions.
All right, good evening, everyone. Thank you, members of the board, for this recognition. Ben Hogan once said that golf and tournament golf are about as different as tennis and ice hockey. So that's a bit of an exaggeration, but for us, we kind of understand what it means to play golf under pressure, and that's very different than playing recreational golf. So the question is, why do we do that, right? Why do these guys have to deal with the fight or flight mode of knowing that, they could, their score is going to be seen by other kids and they're going to be judged by their fellow players, and it could be nerve-wracking to compete on the golf course, and then you throw in some spring weather conditions, and it could be quite challenging. But these guys hung in there, they persevered, they showed resiliency, and we had a very successful season. So first thing I'll ask them is, raise your hand if you're a freshman. So I think right there, we have 7 freshmen who qualified for our team this year, which is pretty remarkable. Our dual match record was 7-1, and as the season in reflection, we ended up ranked 7th on NJ.com, and we captured our 6th Group 4 state title, the first since 2021. All right, so even though golf is an individual sport, this is our one chance to play as a team, and it is special to be able to represent Westfield High School as a golf team, and we're proud of our success this season. So thank you very much for this recognition.
All right. Next, we are proud to recognize the Westfield High School baseball team as North 2 group sectional champions. I don't often get cheered like that at these meetings. I appreciate it. This is the first sectional title for the Blue Devils since the 2019 season. We'll hear in a moment from Coach Cook after each player comes up to receive a certificate. We'll start with Jake Alfano. Anthony Bulger. Pete Cabrales. Grant Como. Andrew DiGregorio, Jack Doherty, Aaron Ives, Brian Jordan, Brendan Kelly, Zach Latessa, Alexander Lawrence, Charlie McCormick, Patrick McGovern, Anthony Narciso, Owen O'Connor, James Olignio, Robert Petrarca, Logan Revock, Kevin Scatino, James Statler, Liam Sullivan, Braden Tchaikovsky, Jordan Walsh. I think next is recognition of our coaches, Nick Defendis, Brian Sloan, Carlos Torres, and head coach Jay Cook. Coach Cook, if you'd like to say a few words.
And I'd also like to thank Lance Alexander. I must say, that was my oversight. I think I left him, sent a list there. Thank you to the board. Thank you for, the recognition that for these young men. Thank you to, Dr. G and our administration, Mr. DeSarno, and everybody, the community for coming out and supporting these guys when we played on Saturday. Didn't go the way we wanted to, but the way these guys handled the season, the ups and downs, the rain, everything that came along with it. Very proud of these young individuals. They created a culture that a lot of young kids are going to want to be around, and I'm very proud of them. And the true sense of community. They were in the back there, and it wasn't that they weren't trying to pay attention, but the boys lacrosse team actually just won in overtime today, so they're going to be playing for the Curse Cup. So they were on their phones and they were supporting, and they were worried about how the girls were doing the other day. So again, true sense of community here where everybody's pulling for one another to be successful, and very proud of these young men, and hopefully we're back there again next year and we're going to get it done. Thank you so much.
All right, I've been looking forward to this one. All right. It was an exciting weekend as the girls lacrosse team captured the program's first ever state championship. Defeating Southern in a dominant performance to bring home the Group 4 title. It was a season full of determination, teamwork, and grit, and it ended with a long-awaited and well-deserved celebration. We're so pleased to have members of the championship team here with us tonight. As I call you up in alphabetical order, please come forward to receive your certificate and await a photograph. Start with Skylar Abba. Giada Barbosa. Haley Berger. Emma Blake. Madeline Cohen. Jillian Cohen. Katie DeSilva. Nicole DiMattina. Lily Flynn. Lauren Fury. Ella Giacalone. Drew Goodhart. Aaron Hazard. Emily Kennedy. Caroline Logie. Alice Manzo. Lorelei McGordy. Abby McCrisky. Peyton Minuski. Eloise Murphy. Kate Paris. Logan Partridge. Janie Sachs. Grace Sims. Madeline Smith. And Maeve Wojcik. Also want to introduce Coach Lindsay Bathman and Coach Corinne Varley, as well as head coach Katie DeSilva. Invite you to say a few words.
Thank you.
You know the drill already. Great.
I do know the drill. So as you can see, we only have 7 out of 27 girls here tonight, but that's because most of them are already involved in their postseason lacrosse tournament play, which really is a testament to how dedicated these girls are to the program. I think it really needs to be acknowledged. Not only did we win the state section, it's only been won in 2018, 2021, and this year was the first ever group championship as well as the conference championship since 2001. So this was a historical season for everybody involved. Overall, like a tribute to the seniors. I know they're not all here today, but we have 6 amazing seniors that really set the tone for the program in general. So this is really a testament to what they've kind of set in motion this year. So very proud to be conference champions this year, sectional champions, and the first ever group championship. So thank you so much to Dr. G and to the board for this recognition, and we hope to see you at some games next year.
And finally, we're going to recognize boys lacrosse, the Group 4 state champions. As you heard, the boys lacrosse is at a tournament today. So in another exciting development this weekend, boys lacrosse captured its 2nd straight Group 4 state championship. The team is not able to join us this evening as they are currently competing in, and apparently just won their game, in the Curse Cup semifinals at Kane University, which I thank the baseball team for letting us know about. We still want to recognize their outstanding achievement, however, so I will take a moment to read their names to celebrate their success. Please hold your applause until I have made it through the list. It is a long one. Luke Angelo, Justin Bufara, Trevor Bridge, Ben Brodo, Cooper Cororos, Cooper Simay, Jack Clark, Colin Coyle, Brody Ferguson, Garrett Ferguson, Matthew Fisher, Milo Fitzgerald Jones, Quinn Floor, Billy Gurn, Kieran Gurn, Luke Gurn, Justin Giacalone, Casey Guilford, Christian Guilford, Corey Guilford, Matt Hanlon, Blake Hanna, Thomas Holland, Will Kirby, Oliver Kokach, Thomas Kenke, Gavin LeConte, Blake Manson, Brendan O'Connor, Colby Parmalee, Drew Pravlik, Harrison Reckemeyer, Luke Renshaw, Kevin Reinders, Ryan Ricci, Cooper Richmond, Cooper Rosen, Jack Schwarzenbeck, Ben Seward, Matt Seward, Patrick Smith, Luke Spade, Jake Stefanik, Matthew Tartabuono, Tyson Varner, Emilio Venelrod, Kobe Waldman, and Blake Wojnowski. Also want to recognize the coaches, Nanti Aquola, Brendan Hickey, Tom Pileski, and head coach Boomer Wertheimer. So congratulations to the boys on their fabulous season. And this will conclude the recognition of our amazing students for the 24-25 school year. We can't wait to begin again for next year. But it doesn't necessarily conclude our recognitions today. I want to, as most of you know, we are lucky to join and have as part of the board a student representative, James Furr. This is also his last meeting as well, as he heads off to college in greener pastures. So I want to present James with a resolution honoring his service on the board, which I'll read into the record now. Whereas James Furr has served as student representative on the Westfield Board of Education from September 24 to June 2025, and whereas as a student representative, James Furr has shared thorough reports on the wide-ranging activities and achievements at Westfield High School, and whereas James Furr has remained committed to ensuring that the voices of all students are heard, and whereas as class president, student government vice president of communications, co-president of the National Honor Society, co-president of the Community Service Club, vice president of the Spanish Club, and a 3-year track athlete. If you did any more, I wouldn't have enough paper. This is great. James Furr has shown exceptional leadership and dedication. Now, therefore, be it resolved that this Board of Education recognizes James Furr for his volunteerism and service on the Westfield Board of Education, and be it further resolved that this resolution be presented to James Furr on June 17th, 2025, and that a copy of this resolution attesting to the appreciation of the Board of Education becomes part of the official minutes of this meeting. It is not easy as a student to come in and spend evenings with us and sit through all this. So thank you so much for representing your school the way you are. Congratulations. So one more thing. It is my great honor and privilege, before we get to the rest of the meeting, to announce that Dr. Gonzalez has been named Union County Superintendent of the Year for the 25-26 school year. This recognition was awarded by the Union County Superintendent's Roundtable, a professional group dedicated to sharing best practices in educational leadership and addressing common challenges. From the moment he arrived in Westfield in August 2021, and I would suggest throughout his 27-year career in education, Dr. Gonzalez has remained committed to an innovative, supportive, and inclusive environment for students, staff, and families. During his tenure here, he has successfully led 3 voter-approved budget campaigns, and as you know, not that we've talked about this at all, but most recently he spearheaded the approval of a $225 million bond referendum to improve the district's facilities and resources. His leadership has been key in improving educational outcomes and strengthening school community ties, with a focus on leveraging data and technology to enhance education and leadership. On behalf of the board, I want to extend our warmest congratulations and deepest appreciation to Dr. Gonzalez for all that he's done and will continue to do for our school community and for putting all of our students first always. So thank you so much. The future is very bright. And with that, I will turn it over to a report by District Administration. Dr. Gonzalez.
Well, we certainly have a lot to celebrate at this time of year, along with the celebration of our student athletes and our visual and performing arts achievements. We've also been spending the last several weeks acknowledging and recognizing and celebrating all of our student achievements, including scholarship and award programs that honor the exceptional performance of our students, both in the classroom, out on the fields, or on the stages, wherever they get to show off their abilities, and certainly their dedication to truly improving themselves as individuals. As superintendent, I'm certainly proud of every opportunity to witness their greatness, but when you see that overlap, as many of the students that were coming up were also students who were also recognized during the Rotary Scholarship Program, or the senior sports programs, or the senior recognition programs, you get to see that our students are certainly receiving a well-rounded educational experience here in Westfield schools. I'm proud as a superintendent to be a part of that, but it certainly is a reason to celebrate all of us as a school community, the school board, the parents, the partners in the community who all work together to make sure that our students have the supports necessary and the encouragement necessary to put their best foot forward at all times. With that, I would like to close out this academic school year by expressing the amount of pride and achievements that I have for all of our students, not just the ones graduating, but also all of our students. Those students who are moving up into the elementary schools, our students who are moving up into the intermediate schools, they are going to be experiencing another leg on their academic journey, and we wish them well. We also have the graduating class of 2025 who will be celebrated next week. And we want to make sure that we give them the proper acknowledgement and recognition, as they have distinguished themselves through their hard work and resilience over the last 13 years of their educational career in our district. Their journey through the school district has prepared them to not only exit our halls, but to move on to the next phase of their lives, whether it be a college or a career of their choice. They are choosing their path for themselves moving forward, and we wish them all future success. We want to celebrate each of them and wish them all the best in their next endeavor, and we certainly want to wish everyone a happy summer. Now, as we punctuate the end of a great school year, we want to also acknowledge the work that has taken place to help craft the path of success over the past several years, and that really has been guided by the work surrounding our strategic plan. A few years back, the community pitched in and provided their feedback on what established the priorities, the values, the norms, as well as the goals and objectives for our school district. And all of that contributed to the development of a 5-year strategic plan that was implemented, or began implementation 2 years ago. And we now just completed our second year. And if you're wondering, well, what does a strategic plan actually do for a district? Well, if you look at all of the work that has taken place, all the work that has been reported out by this board and by the administration, all of the work that has been included in principal newsletters and school newsletters, district pulses, as well as all of the work that we see in our schools, we're seeing tremendous amount of progress in the 5 goal areas. Goals surrounding student learning, goals surrounding student wellness and staff wellness, a goal surrounding diversity, equity, inclusion, as well as increased community engagement. And then last but not least, our goal around finance and facilities was certainly capitalized and highlighted in the work that we have taken on over the last several years to create a sustainable fiscal future for our school district, as well as identifying opportunities and resources that will allow us to maintain our facilities and upgrade and bring to our school district opportunities that have not been available before. So when we think about how all of these things are happening, when we think about all the improvements to curriculum, all the improvements to the delivery of services for counseling, for intervention, for academic support, and gifted and talented, when we're thinking about all of the focus areas that have celebrated our students and the diversity within our schools, that isn't happening without the existence of our strategic plan. Our strategic plan has provided a lighthouse for us by giving us the ability to focus our energies in ways that keep us all moving in the same direction. And with so many things going on around us, we want to make sure that we remain laser focused and not get distracted by every little shiny thing that may come across in front of us. So in order to make sure that all oars are in the water, paddling in the same direction, our strategic plan provides that resource. I want to thank members of the Board of Education for their continued support. I want to thank the members of the administration, both at the central office and school level, who have worked tirelessly to implement these initiatives and to align that work to the strategic plan. And certainly, I want to thank all members of our school community for their faith, for their support, for their feedback, and most of all, for your encouragement in the work that we do. In order to showcase the work of the second year of our strategic plan, our wondrous communications extraordinaire, Marianne McGann, has worked with all of us to be able to compile a highlight reel of the best of for the Year 2 strategic plan. So at this time, Marianne, I'd ask you to press play, and please enjoy.
Hello and thanks for tuning in. As superintendent of the Westfield Public Schools, I'm excited to share with you a snapshot of the considerable progress we made in Year 2 toward the goals in our 5-year strategic plan. All of the work we do is guided by our strategic plan, because this isn't just a document on a shelf, it's a roadmap that guides every decision, every initiative, every day. It's regularly reviewed to ensure it remains updated, relevant, and effective. This was a big year for Westfield Public Schools, and the progress is clear. From the work happening in our schools to the meaningful changes underway, and especially the strong community support shown through the budget and bond vote. It all reflects the momentum behind our strategic plan. In this Year 2 recap, you'll see how our 5 goals are driving growth, innovation, and collaboration, and how together we're shaping the future of education in Westfield.
As part of our ongoing commitment to providing exceptional educational opportunities, Goal 1 of our strategic plan focuses on deepening the learning experiences of all students. This year, we've made great strides in enhancing learning across all grade levels to ensure that every student is prepared for success now and in the future. Thanks to voter approval of this year's budget, the district launched an elementary enrichment program with 3 dedicated teachers, enhancing learning from grades K to 5 through innovative challenges and programs. We've updated and aligned curriculum frameworks across all subjects and grades, ensuring rigorous and equitable teaching practices. To support this effort, our new digital platform, EduPlanet, facilitates collaboration among educators and provides parents with transparent access to our curriculum. You can find these updates on the curriculum section of our website. Also available on the curriculum website is a full presentation of the intermediate and high school master schedule change. which begins with the 25-26 school year. Considerable thought and consideration have gone into crafting the upcoming master schedule change at our secondary schools. The district has worked to ensure that students have the time and resources they need to support both academic success and well-being. This schedule change has resulted in the development of a number of new and exciting courses that students will experience in the next school year. To strengthen our approach to meeting individual learning needs, we've implemented universal screening assessments in grades K through 9. Data-driven decision-making allows us to make informed decisions that directly support student success. To that end, we've established district data teams that are working with Opera, a K-12 data platform, to improve how we collect, analyze, and use data. Lastly, the implementation of a multi-tiered system of supports has been transformative, providing targeted academic interventions, enrichment opportunities, and school counseling to meet the diverse academic and social-emotional needs of all learners.
At Westfield Public Schools, we recognize the importance of supporting the overall well-being of our students. Goal 2 of our strategic plan focuses on prioritizing wellness through our school culture, programs, and practices, ensuring that every student has the resources and support they need to thrive both academically and personally. Our school counseling program task force has strengthened student support systems based on community feedback, including wellness fairs and targeted counseling initiatives using our district's Character Strong platform. High school initiatives like Thursday table talks and college field trips for first-generation students further strengthen student connections and support networks. The first annual Grads Return event in December was met with great enthusiasm, with Westfield High School alumni returning to share their post-graduation experiences with 11th and 12th graders. This program also featured a panel of community members who shared career opportunities with freshmen and sophomores. Staff wellness was also a continued focus this year, with professional development sessions reinforcing the importance of self-care and support for educators and staff. And Unified Sports Field Day for 9th and 10th graders was an unqualified success, full of fun, teamwork, and high energy. This celebration of inclusion and friendship laid the groundwork for our unified sports program to begin next fall to provide more opportunities for all students.
Goal 3 of our strategic plan centers on increasing diversity, equity, and inclusion across academic and extracurricular programs. The goal emphasizes the importance of expanding our hiring practices, raising awareness of the diversity within our school community, and creating more opportunities for all students. Year 2 efforts to expand hiring practices continued in full force, with district administrators and staff attending job fairs at colleges and universities across the state in both in-person and virtual formats. Additionally, we have started a partnership with Kean University as a member of the Kean Network designed to provide access to a diverse pool of candidates while also providing support for the growth and development of our current amazing staff. Religious, historical, and culture observances are recognized in a consistent way across our schools during morning announcements and read-alouds, while our student-run Blue Devil television network at Westfield High School provides video snapshots of each heritage and history. Our DEI Steering and Advisory Committees met several times over the year, an invaluable opportunity for thoughtful conversation and insights that continue to inform our efforts to build a more inclusive, respectful, and equitable school community.
Goal 4 of our strategic plan is all about building stronger connections between our schools, the district, and the community. Strengthening these partnerships helps us create an environment where everyone's voice matters and we can work together towards shared goals. Community connection played a vital role as we partnered with stakeholders to ensure Westfield voters were well informed and actively engaged in the lead up to the April 15th budget and bond referendum. This included a wide-reaching multimedia public education campaign with many in-person and virtual community meetings. We also continue to meet with community stakeholders, most recently with members of the business community, to deepen our shared goals in other areas as well. Through social media and our digital newsletters, we have fully implemented a robust awareness plan to highlight key religious, historical, and cultural observances across the district. Additionally, work on establishing a Westfield High School Alumni Steering Committee is in the early stages. creating new pathways for connection and engagement.
Goal 5 calls for a comprehensive plan to support all aspects of our strategic plan. Much of this year's work centered on the ultimately successful voter-approved bond referendum, and that was just the beginning. Following the successful referendum vote, we quickly moved into the implementation phase as we begin to lay the groundwork for the projects ahead. We have turned our second-floor conference room into a referendum programming hub and are meeting weekly with FKA architects to outline next steps in the process. FKA teams are conducting walkthroughs of each facility to take detailed measurements of interior and exterior spaces. Engineering services have been solicited through the request for proposal bidding process, with timelines being developed for bidding on additional required services. But advancing Goal 5 in Year 2 went far beyond referendum planning. Through the annual operating budget, the district pursued a range of initiatives to strengthen programs, sustainability, and safety. Roosevelt Intermediate School now features a design and fabrication lab, giving students exciting, hands-on opportunities to engage with engineering and technology in creative and practical ways. 2 intermediate-level special education programs, emotional regulation impairment, and multiple disabilities, were introduced in newly renovated classrooms designed with accessibility, soothing colors, and flexible furnishings in mind. First grade classrooms received a vibrant furniture upgrade with cheerful colors and student-centered designs. A similar refresh is scheduled for second grade in the 2025-2026 school year. The Westfield High School Guidance Office was outfitted with updated furniture as well, enhancing both functionality and the overall atmosphere for students. Athletic fields saw important upgrades to improve consistency and quality for both student athletes and the broader community, supported by stronger shared services with the township. A fully integrated software system for finance, payroll, and human resources was launched to streamline workflows and increase efficiency. Custodial and maintenance operations were improved with new scheduling strategies and standardized cleaning checklists to ensure well-maintained facilities across all schools. The district green team expanded its sustainability work, encouraging greater participation by students and staff. A joint effort with the town earned the 2024 Green Team Collaboration Award from Sustainable Jersey for Schools. A dedicated school safety and security website was launched to keep staff informed, while the district continues to adopt best practices and strengthen tools in this critical area.
As we build on the progress of our 5-year strategic plan, our commitment to innovation, inclusivity, educational excellence, and the well-being of our students and staff remains strong. Thank you for being a vital part of our ongoing journey towards a stronger future for Westfield Public Schools.
So, as I started my comments, we have much to be proud of and much to celebrate. And as I conclude my comments, we have a lot more work to do. With that only being concluding the second year of our strategic plan, for the upcoming year, we will be taking inventory and auditing our work over the past several years in order to chart our path forward and continue using our strategic plan as our guiding light. So we look forward to continued updates, and we look forward to continued progress as a school district. And that concludes my report this evening.
Thank you very much. In my excitement to get to the video, I neglected that some of our board members may have some of their own announcements. So I apologize for missing that. Well, I know, that's terrible. I'll start with Mary, actually.
Thank you, Rob. Each month, we take the opportunity to recognize the various historical, cultural, and religious traditions that make our community unique. In June, we proudly recognize Caribbean American Heritage Month, Pride Month, and Juneteenth. These observances celebrate the rich diversity of our school community and underscore our commitment to fostering a sense of belonging for all.
Ken?
Thank you. 10 Westfield High School students have been recognized with the Lift While You Climb Award in honor of the late W. Westfield High School principal, Dr. Derek Nelson. Nelson, who died in 2019 from complications suffered while donating bone marrow to a boy he didn't know in France, once said, "We have an obligation to our fellow human beings that if we are in a position to help someone, you do it. You lift as you climb. If you can do that, you have contributed more to society than anything your bank account can produce, and ultimately contribute more to your own well-being." Nominated by the Westfield High School faculty and staff for spring 2025, the 10 award recipients are Liam Concanon, Macy Curran, Anna da Silva Sousa, Kiara Degnan, Sloan Dosen, Aaron Hazard, Nadia Rego, Alice Schaefer, Kenzie Schiller, and Quinn Williams. Congratulations.
Thank you to Westfield High School alumni Ellie and Michael Mrose and Callie Campbell for volunteering their time, expertise, and resources to redesign and revitalize a tired faculty room at the high school. Thank you also to WHS health educator Susan Colazar for spearheading the 5-month-long project.
CJ?
Members of the Roosevelt Grade 8 Executive Council joined forces with the Westfield Police Department earlier this month for the 42nd Annual Law Enforcement Torch Run to raise awareness for Special Olympics New Jersey.
Julie?
116 Westfield High School 12th graders are graduating with the seal of biliteracy, demonstrating proficiency in 2 or more languages. Congratulations to all.
Layla? And Kristen?
The last day of school for students is Tuesday, June 24th, with commencement ceremonies for class of 2025 scheduled to begin at 9:30 a.m. at Kaler Stadium. In case of inclement weather, the graduation rain date is set for June 25th at 9:30 at Kaler. The last day for the staff is Wednesday, June 25th. We wish everyone a restful and restorative summer, and congratulations to the class of 2025.
You got the good one. All right, next we're going to move on to, I think I'm good. We'll move on to board committee reports. We'll start with curriculum instruction and assessment. Kristen. See, I keep missing reports today. I wasn't sure if you had a report for today, James. Oh, good, perfect. We gave you a picture and I forgot to let you talk. That's not going to work.
Good evening. As the school year comes to a close, Westfield High School is finishing strong as we count down these last few days. Last Saturday, both the girls and boys lacrosse teams won their state championships thanks to great performances from all players. Baseball also had a great year, winning their section, but unfortunately falling short in the state championship. Additionally, senior week at the high school went very well. Seniors were able to have a fun time with their classmates and teachers at the senior picnic and also at prom. Also, many seniors have begun to participate in their elementary school's clapouts. Over 7 years ago, these students walked around the halls of their elementary school, receiving claps from other students in other grades and teachers, and now they get to do the exact same thing as high school graduates. It is a great opportunity for all students to get one last walkthrough of their elementary schools. Also, final exams started at the school yesterday with the exam review block in the morning and will end this Friday, June 20th. Similarly, Westfield High School graduation will be held at Kaler Stadium this Tuesday at 9:30. And finally, since this is my last Board of Education meeting, I wanted to thank Dr. Gonzalez and the entire board for being so kind and welcoming this year. Having this position to serve as a student voice to the Board of Ed has been such a great experience for me, and I'm so glad that I was able to do it. Thank you all for being so sweet and kind to me this past year, and I hope everyone has a great summer.
Thank you. Definitely our pleasure. Now I will move to board committee reports. We'll start with curriculum instruction and programs. Kristen.
The final SIP committee meeting was on June 2nd and focused primarily on the presentation of new curriculum proposals in the areas of world language, visual and performing arts, and special education. The courses are presented on tonight's agenda. Supervisor Shauna Longo presented several exciting new course offerings in visual and performing arts for the intermediate level. These included revised versions of Art 6 and 7, along with 2 new music courses, Modern Music 6 and Modern Music 7, to expand student access to innovative music experiences that reflect current genres and technologies. In the area of world language, K-12 Supervisor Enrique Pinque presented 2 new high school electives, East Asian Film and Literature and East Asian Pop Culture. The Film and Literature course invites students to explore the histories, cultures, and societies of China, Japan, South Korea, and Taiwan through the analysis of significant films, novels, short stories, and poetry. The Pop Culture course examines the development and global influence of East Asian cultural trends, including C-pop, K-pop, sports, and other youth-oriented phenomena. Additionally, Alex Linden, the 6 through 12 Supervisor of Student Support Services, introduced 3 new courses tailored to meet the needs of students with specific learning and developmental needs: Life and Social Skills Intermediate, Reading Strategies 1, and WHS Study Skills. These courses are designed to support students in developing executive functioning skills, improving reading strategies, and managing their academic workload effectively. Finally, the committee reviewed a proposal for a new textbook adoption to support the district's new dual enrollment partnership with Syracuse University, which will include an updated entrepreneurship course or offering. The proposed textbook was thoroughly evaluated by a committee of teachers, including a special education representation, to ensure it meets the diverse needs of all learners. Each of these proposed courses represents an intentional and thoughtful expansion of the district's curricular offerings, aimed at providing students with a more inclusive, engaging, and future-ready educational experience. As mentioned, this was the last SIP meeting of the school year. We will resume committee work at the end of August or the beginning of September, and happy summer.
Thank you, Kristen. Kent for Finance and Facilities.
Absolutely, thank you. Finance Committee met on Friday the 13th, and it wasn't a scary day at all. The 2024-25 budget is looking good. We also talked about the health benefits. The premiums for our self-insured medical plan will be up 7% this coming year. If we were on a state plan, the premiums would have increased 14%. Likewise, our Delta Dental is going up 7% as well. So it's been an advantage to stay self-insured. As we mentioned earlier this evening, the engineering RFP went out, and we are awarding tonight Johnson & Urban as the engineer for this referendum project. There were 7 respondents to the RFP. We interviewed 5 of them. And the reason we're going with Johnson & Urban is many. They've done over 1,100 school projects, including South Orange and Maplewood and Clifton. They have a deep understanding of the size and complexity of our project. And they also came in a presentation and talked about potential hiccups we might overcome, and they had some ideas on how we might overcome them, which was great. They said the timeline for the referendum is good. They're a big enough firm, they can handle our project, and our current architect, FKA, has already worked with them, so they have the existing relationship. So good news there. Also last week, we sent out an RFP for project management of the referendum. There'll be an in-person meeting in a little bit, June 25th, where we can kind of bring in people who will respond to the RFP, make sure they understand what we're looking for, answer any questions. The administration will hope to begin interviews for this project management RFP at the beginning of August. Let's see what else we have going on. The final phase of the Roosevelt renovation will begin June 25th. That's phase 3 on the parking lot side. The plan is to have the classrooms ready by August 20th, so that'd be good, and we'll finally get done with that project. And let's see, that's all I have. Fun-filled meeting.
Thank you, Kent. Next is Policy, Personnel, and Governance. Layla?
I'm very useful today. I didn't have any announcements, and I have no report because we did not have a meeting this month. We look forward to meeting again in September.
I'd prefer to say you're succinct and concise. There we go. I'll now move to recognizing the public on agenda action items only. During this portion of the meeting, district residents and staff are invited to address the Board of Education on agenda action items only. As a courtesy, allow current students and staff of Westfield Public Schools to speak first. The board requests that individuals sign in and state their name, municipality of residence, and group affiliation, if applicable, for the record, the specific action items they are commenting on, and asks that all remarks be directed to the board president or designee and not to individual members or staff. The board asks that members of the public be courteous and mindful of the rights of other individuals when speaking. Specifically, comments regarding personnel matters are discouraged and cannot be responded to by the board. Students and employees have specific legal rights afforded by the laws of New Jersey. The board bears no responsibility, nor will it be liable for any comments made by members of the public. If a matter concerning a district staff member is of interest or concern to a resident, the matter should be referred to the responsible building principal, superintendent of schools, or the Board of Education, either by telephone, letter, or email. Although the board may not respond to items raised during the public forum, all public comments will be considered. Please note that if any member of the public becomes disruptive during the meeting, the board president may terminate the participant's statement. Continued disruptions may result in removal from the meeting or adjournment of the meeting. Each speaker's statement will be limited to 3 minutes in duration. Seeing no comment, I will close public comment and move to board action. We will start. I will make a motion to approve the minutes for the May 20th, 2025 regular board meeting and the executive board minutes. Do I have a second? Second with Kent. I think we can do this simply by voice vote. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? So that will pass. Next, we'll move to governance. Kristen, please.
I'd like to move A under governance. Can I get a second? Okay, and we can take a vote. Oh, Mary. We'll go with Mary, and then we can take a vote. Excuse me. Sorry.
There you go. Carmelina?
Rob Bonaccio,
Yes.
Kent Diamond,
Yes.
Brendan Galligan, Charles Jelinas.
No.
Layla Morelli,
Yes.
Sonal Patel, Kristen Sonic-Schmelz.
Yes.
Julie Steinberg. Mary Wickens.
Yes.
We'll now move to personnel items on the agenda. Mary?
I'd like to move items A through KK on the personnel section of tonight's agenda. Is there a second? Layla, thank you.
Rob Bonaccio,
Yes.
Kent Diamond,
Yes.
Brendan Galligan, Charles Jelinas.
Yes.
Layla Morelli,
Yes.
Sonal Patel, Kristen Sonic-Schmelz,
Yes.
Julie Steinberg, Mary Wickens.
Yes.
Next, we'll move to the finance and facilities items on the agenda. Kent?
Thank you. I'd like to move items A through U under the finance section of tonight's agenda. I'd like to highlight donations. Thank you to Tudor Revival for donating $626 for paint and services to clean and repaint the Edison logo at the front of the school. And thank you to the Franklin PTO for donating $5,370 to purchase Chromebook charging stations. That brings the school year total donations to $229,476.52. So thank you to tonight's donors, and thank you to all those who've donated throughout the year. May I have a second? Kristen?
Carmelina?
Rob Bonaccio,
Yes.
Kent Diamond,
Yes.
Brendan Galligan, Charles Jelinas.
Yes.
Layla Morelli, Sonal Patel, Kristen Sonic-Schmelz,
Yes.
Julie Steinberg, and Mary Wickens.
Yes.
Next, we'll move to the policy items. Mary?
I'd like to move items A through B under the policies section of tonight's agenda. Just to highlight, there's 2 policies up for second reading tonight, the revision of the district organization and then its chart, and also the student code of conduct. In addition, item B is repealing of the old district organizational chart. Can I have a second, please? Layla? Thank you.
Go ahead.
Rob Bonaccio,
Yes.
Kent Diamond,
Yes.
Brendan Galligan, Charles Jelinas.
Yes.
Layla Morelli, Sonal Patel, Kristen Sonic-Schmelz,
Yes.
Julie Steinberg, Mary Wickens.
Yes.
And Kristen, would you please move the SIP items for the agenda, please?
I'd like to move items A through C under the SIP section of tonight's agenda. A is for the curriculum mentioned in the committee's report. B is for the agreement between the schools and Kane University to continue our partnership with their Holocaust and Genocide dual enrollment program. And C is for the textbook that was mentioned in the committee's report. Can I have a second, please? Mary? Why not?
Robin Acho,
Yes.
Kent Diamond,
Yes.
Brendan Galligan, Charles Jelinas.
Yes.
Layla Morelli. Sonal Patel. Kristen Sonic-Schmelz.
Yes.
Julie Steinberg. And Mary Wickens.
Yes.
Excellent. I will call the board's attention to the notes for the record. There is no unfinished or new business set for the agenda, so we'll move right to liaison reports. Julie?
Sorry, is that on? I just wanted to note that, we are also at UC ESC, we're also working on our own goals, and I've reported on a number of them here, but one very nice goal is that Carrie DiTillo, our superintendent for Union County, that includes UC VTS, Crossroads, all of the programs that we've reported on this year, just became Dr. Carrie DiTillo and received her doctorate in education from Johns Hopkins this month, which benefits all of us here as well as out throughout Union County. So I just wanted to offer our congratulations. I think she's done a great job for us, and I just wanted to let everybody know about this accomplishment, which benefits us all and is obviously a tremendous benefit to the program.
Great, congratulations. Any other liaison reports? Excellent. So we will now move to recognize the public for the second time. These will be for comments regarding any topic that the board is under the board's jurisdiction. The same rules and regulations apply to the second public comment. Each speaker's statement will also be limited to 3 minutes in duration. Seeing no additional public comment, I will close that section. And I have one last resolution for an executive session. I'll make a motion for the board to approve the following resolution. Be it resolved that the Board of Education move into private session for the purpose of discussing matters rendered confidential by state and federal law, including the superintendent's evaluation review and personnel matters. And be it further resolved that any discussion held by the board which need not remain confidential and the results of the discussion will be made public as soon as practicable. The board will not be returning to public session and will adjourn from there. Do I have a second? Second to Kent. All in favor? We can do by voice. Any opposed? Any abstentions? All right, we are in executive session.